Assalamu alaikum and welcome to today's character, Imam Hussain ibn Ali. Do you know anything about Imam Hussain? Any special facts that you know? Let me give you some answers. Imam Hussain is the second son of Imam Ali and Lady Fatima al-Zahra after his brother Imam al-Hassan. So Imam Hassan is Imam what number? Imam number 2, and that means Imam Hussain is Imam number 3, and Imam Ali is Imam number 1. Well done. So Imam Hussain is from elite lineage. From his mother's side, he's the grandson of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Lady Khadija bint Khuwaylid. From his father's side, he is the grandson of Abu Talib and Lady Fatima bint Asad. He was born on the 3rd of Sha'ban, the year 4 after Hijrah in Medina. The Prophet loved his grandsons dearly and stated that his lineage would continue through them. There are many incidents that show the blessed status that both the Imams held even from a very young age. For example, the incident of Mubahala. Do you know that story? Or the narration of the cloak, Hadith al-Kisa. Prophet Muhammad said, Hussein is from me and I am from Hussein. Allah loves those who love Hussein. And Imam Hussain has many titles and characteristics. He was known as Aba Abdullah, As-Sibt, Sayyid Shabab Ahl al-Jannah, Al-Shaheed, Sayyid al-Shuhada, amongst many others. We're going to pause here, go to the craft, come back for more information.
Today we'll be doing the poster related to Imam Hussain alayhi salam. In the activity pad, there's this picture of these two children with a bottle of water. Let's colour it in together. It's important to remember Imam Hussain alayhi salam whenever we drink water by saying Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Next is the poster with the horse stencil. There are 6 different horse stencils and each pack has a different one. We choose the side of Imam Hussain alayhi salam and his army to put the stencil. There are different ways to using a stencil. Here I've drawn around the edges with a marker, then coloured it in. I've held the stencil in place while colouring to get neat edges like this. Next, to add the rider, I've drawn a little boy on the horseback on the side of Imam Hussain. And I've added a Ya Hussain flag too. Another way to use a stencil is with paints. You must wait for the paint to dry though. Here I've tried on black paper. And we'll cut around it carefully. And stick it in place on the poster. Thank you for joining me. Labbaik ya Hussain.
Welcome back. Did you like that craft? So before the craft, we were talking about Imam Hussain and some of the facts and information around him. So when Imam Hussain was growing up, he lived through some difficult times, but this made him a much stronger person, and we see that on the day of Ashura. The next in line after Imam Hassan, as we know, was Imam Hussain. But by that time, a tyrant and a corrupt man and ruler of the Islamic world that was known as Yazid, he was in charge. So Imam Hussain answered the calls of the people of Kufa to get rid of this corrupt ruler. But we know that these people ended up not supporting Imam Hussain and moving on to Yazid's side. So Imam Hussain left Mecca and ended up in Karbala. On the day of Ashura, Imam Hussain and his family and friends were faced with an army of thousands and thousands of people. They were all fighting against Imam Hussain, not with Imam Hussain. They were led by an evil man called Umar ibn Sa'd. And Umar ibn Sa'd worked for Yazid. Imam Hussain watched his friends and family go out in the battlefield and fight these people courageously to defend Islam and their Imam. He saw members of his household fight valiantly until they were martyred one by one. It made Imam Hussain very sad, and it broke his heart to see that these people would kill the family of the Prophet, who was the grandfather of Imam Hussain. And he was upset to see that he was treated in this way. Imam Hussain was killed on the 10th of Muharram by these evil people in the year 61 after Hijrah. Imam Hussain now has a grand shrine in Karbala. Have you visited before? Or have you seen pictures? Millions of people visit and pray to Allah and convey their salams and loyalty to Imam Hussain. And now we'll end with the ziyarah of Imam Hussain. See you next time.
Salams upon you, O Hussain, and upon you, your son Ali, and upon your family and friends. May we be granted your visitation in this life, your intercession in the hereafter.
Salams upon you, O Hussain, and upon your son Ali, and upon your family and friends. May we be granted your visitation and your intercession in the hereafter. Labbaik ya Hussain.